All right, YouTube fam, what is going down? This is a quick update of my new parts that I got in and hopefully header installed today. So try to get this done real quick so I can get these headers installed before I go to work. Oh yeah, you see it, you see it, you see it. But anyways, quick update here on all the parts that I just got in. These are kind of like the final main pieces besides one of the pieces that I need. I need a torque converter that I need to get, but this is pretty much what I need to finish up the engine and to get it cranking over and hopefully started by this weekend is my goal. So today is Thursday. I'm hoping to get it started by at least Sunday or Monday, and then I can work on the transmission and get the whole drivetrain put in, and then I can move the car. So anyways, quick update here. So what I got here is I got this from eBay, from a company called Inline Tube. If you don't know that company, man, great company. They make everything as far as brake lines, just different odds and ends and stuff like that. So this is the actual mounting hardware for the brake booster. And you can get these in two different styles. So they get it in a straight style like this, or if you ever seen like on an old school car how the brake booster is like tilted up at an angle, you can get it that bracket that way as well. I decided to opt for this one just because I thought it'd be a little bit cleaner look with it just kind of just going straight out versus tilted up. I have the other style as well on my Caprice, and I just thought, you know, there'd be something a little bit different and cleaner. And they come in that zinc coated finish or this aluminum colored finish, so I decided to opt for this since I painted the brake booster black, so I did that. This right here, actually I originally ordered this for my Chevelle. So this is the brand Summit. It's a Summit brand LS alternator you can use for, you know, Tahoe, anything, you know, truck related, LS based. And this is the part number right here. And the reason why I got this one is I actually needed a new alternator, but this is actually a 140 amp one, and I've been wanting to get one with a little bit higher amperage, and it was actually not a bad buy. It was about, alternators are expensive, y'all. I mean, everywhere I looked, even at like AutoZone and O'Reilly's, they're like $170 or more they're asking. So I went on Summit, and they have an AC Delco brand, I think for about almost $100. And this was a Summit brand that was about $140. So, and it's a 140 amp alternator. So with the ICT billet bracket, alternator relocation bracket, it calls for a standard 105 amp with the standard kind of style alternator that you have to use for that particular bracket setup. So I did some research and I saw that these mounting locations were in the mounting parts of the alternator were in the same location. It looked the same and everything. So I was like, shoot, I'll just get the bigger amperage one and then call it a day. When I got it, I was like, man, this thing is big. And after looking at it, I was like, man, this might not fit. So this is a huge alternator, y'all. I mean, it's not huge, but it's a lot. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it is huge, but it's a lot bigger than stock, and you probably can't really tell on the camera, but it's a lot bigger. And one way you can tell is the casing right here. So on a normal 105 amp truck style alternator, you don't have this gap right here. It's actually closed in, so it's actually a lot more narrow. Also, the width of this thing is huge, but the mounting locations are in the same. So what I didn't read is the fine print on the ICT billet directions. On the bottom it says that the relocation bracket that I have that's on the Chevelle right now will only fit the truck style 105 case, alternator case. And I did not see that, and now I can't use this one. So I was originally gonna send it back, but then I thought, I was like, yo, well, I actually wanted to make my Caprice have a little bit bigger alternator on it, and I have the truck style alternator bracket and power steering bracket on that, and you can actually bolt to that. So what I thought is I would just take the one off my Caprice
since it's the regular standard 105 one, put that on the Chevelle, and then put this on the Caprice, and end up just calling it even. So, and I'm gonna have to buy an alternator anyway. I already bought this one, no use of sending it back. So that's that one. So I'll have that one upgraded on there, and I know my alternator is good on my Caprice because I just had it serviced. Took it to a guy who does work on alternators and had it serviced, and so it's good to go. So got that. Also got this. This is just basically a new blower motor for my Chevelle. My other one, for some reason, is not working, so I just bought the motor only. I already have the fan part, and so good to go there. And also bought some spark plug wires. Same wires that I have for my Caprice. These are black, and that's the part number right there. Got these from Summit. I think they were like about 30, 35 bucks. So got those there. That's also what I needed. I already have spark plugs, and so those are already gapped and good to go. And lastly, these things are fat, y'all. 1 7/8 primaries, and these are probably the biggest primaries I've ever had on a car. And I've only ever had one long tube style header before, and I loved them. And I'm super excited about these. These are a Speed Engineering brand. This is exactly the brand that I have on my Caprice, except I got shorty style. These are long tube header style. They have the provisions for the O2 sensor. They have the bung there. And, ooh, man, these are so nice. So these are specifically for A bodies and, man, I don't know if it's A and F body. I'm not sure. So I'm hoping these will fit with no issues, but we shall see. And I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. They look super nice, and I'm excited to get these things installed. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and make this plan of attack, get these things installed, and then I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like inside. All right, stay tuned. That install went perfect on this side. So if the driver's side is anything like this passenger side here, we gonna be in business. And these are the thicker primaries too. So again, they're 1 7/8 inch thick, and man, those went in perfect. The gaskets that I use for these are, I bought a BTR whole like top end kit, and they came with these actually nice gaskets. I don't know if they're like multi-layer or what. But they have 2 different layers. I've never seen gaskets like these before, but they're definitely better than those kind of cheapo little knockoff brands that some companies send you. So actually, think about it, Speed Engineering actually sent me, not this time, but when I got my shorty headers, they sent me some kind of cheap gaskets that came with them. I mean, I'm grateful that they sent me some, but I used them, and then I had to take off the header for something, and they crumbled, and so I had to put another one in. But yo, these are super nice. And you can see, I haven't looked down on the bottom yet, but you can kind of see where it kind of ends down there. I was worried about this line here having clearance from the header, and actually has a lot of room, so I'm kind of happy about that. Actually really happy about that. And let me take it to the bottom here to kind of show you what it looks like underneath. This is actually my first time looking at it from underneath too. And I say that looks pretty good, y'all. Pretty good. So a lot of clearance for the transmission. And yo, I think we in business. I think we are in business. So anyways, let me go ahead and get the driver's side installed. Driver's side went in pretty dang smooth. One issue that I have here with it is, most of the times for the driver's side, you always have to come from the bottom. So it wouldn't go down from the top, obviously, because of the steering column here. So I had to go up from the bottom, went in perfect. From the top, it actually looks like it clears everywhere, but it wasn't bolting in very, like, I couldn't get this to line up. Thought it was kind of weird. So I thought it might have been hitting something, but from the top I can't tell. But I'll have to go from the bottom to show you guys here. So again, this is a 71 Chevelle. I got the long tube headers here from Speed Engineering, 1 7/8 primary. If I got the thinner primaries, it probably would have cleared, but just it's not a big deal. I should be able to fix it. Let me go under the car and show you. All right, y'all, so under the car, and if you can see, I'll try to keep this camera steady, right there. That boss, that's orange boss that's sticking out, that's hitting the manifold, that's where it's hitting. And it's just barely touching, but it's touching just enough where I can't get the bolts at the exhaust manifold flange up at the top to sit flush. So, and I might have actually maybe dented it a little bit trying to put it in, but I knew something right away was hitting. So I couldn't tell from the top, so I had to come from the bottom, and there it is. So it shouldn't be a big deal. I should be able to grind that down some and be able to get it to sit flush. So I'll go ahead and do that. But all in all, y'all, I would say everywhere else, it's fitting damn good. There's plenty of clearance everywhere else, and man, it's looking right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Headers are installed. I'll probably have to take the passenger side out one more time so I can work on the transmission and stuff, since they're long tubes. They kind of get in the way, and I don't have enough height from the ground and under the car to basically just straight pull down the transmission and not have to remove the manifold. But it is what it is. So it's going to be easier just to take off the passenger side manifold in order for me to kind of move everything around. That way I don't have to lay under the ground and take this one out from the bottom. But as y'all can see in there, so I got that boss. You can't see it from here, but there's a boss down there that I had to cut off, like I said, and it was actually really good. I actually just grinded it down. I took my grinding little wheel and grinded that down, so that was good. But yeah, driver's side, other than that, is a perfect fit, y'all. I mean, everything, clearance everywhere. Nothing is hitting anywhere, and plenty of clearance from the top, or from the bottom. If you can see down there, I don't know if you can see, but right where the end of the header is down there where the collector would be, plenty of room. So again, I apologize, it's so dark, but limited resources, and I'm building this car in like a tiny garage, but we making it happen, y'all. So yeah, now all I really gotta do is mainly wiring, y'all, you know, so I can get it running. But you know, wiring, I actually did test it. So I put the starter purple wire to the starter. I put a wire from the power part of the starter that supplies the power that goes directly to the battery, which is here. And then I have it kind of temporarily rigged up and grounded to another wire. And then I put it to my jump box that's over there. And then I supplied power from the harness so I can give it power also to the positive part of the battery. And the engine did turn over. So I do have power, and I was excited about that. I actually already knew that I did it all right because I tested it the other day, but I wanted to wait till I got the headers in to see if it would actually crank any. And it turns over, but it's not much. I don't think, you know, that's mainly kind of like a jump box, so I don't want to put any stress on it more than I have to. And actually that thing has been very, very useful. So I'm just gonna put a battery to it one day when I'm actually ready to kind of start it. And I already primed it, but I'm gonna continue to like crank it over, continue to kind of just prime it to make sure the oil is really, really good and in all the passages. And then I'm gonna torque all the header bolts down. And yeah, man, it's coming along, man. So stay tuned for more to come. I'm gonna call it a day, and man, we are getting after this build, y'all. All right, so you guys know what to do. Get in the comment section, y'all. Let me know what you think, how these headers look on there, how's everything coming along. Man, we making waves. So like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, fam. And we'll holla at you later. Deuces. Peace out.